Part 4. The Shadow of the Empire. Years passed after the night when the priests stood before the burning mountain and begged the gods for balance. Pompeii survived, but the memory of that terrible awakening never left its people. The city rebuilt its broken walls and repaired its temples. Markets returned. Ships once again filled the harbor, and travelers came from across the mighty Roman Empire to witness the beauty of the city that lived beneath the restless mountain. Yet, the shadow of Mount Vesuvius never truly left them. The people of Pompeii carried on with life, as Romans always did, boldly, proudly, and sometimes foolishly. Wealthy senators built grand villas with marble columns. Gladiators trained in the amphitheater while crowds roared with excitement. Wine flowed endlessly through taverns, and music echoed through the streets long into the night. But beneath the celebration, the earth sometimes trembled. Small cracks appeared in the stone roads. Wells warmed slightly as if the earth below was breathing. Livestock became restless at night. The priests noticed these signs, but the governors sent from Rome dismissed them. To fear a mountain is to show weakness, declared the Roman magistrate Lucius Varro during a council meeting. Pompeii is under the protection of the empire and the gods of Rome. Yet, Callianera, now older and wiser, felt something different in the wind. The priestess had spent years studying ancient texts brought by scholars from Greece and Alexandria. Hidden among scrolls and forgotten myths were warnings older than the empire itself, stories of mountains that slept for centuries before unleashing their fury. One evening, she climbed the highest tower overlooking the city. From there, she could see the entire valley, vineyards stretching like green oceans, the shining bay in the distance, and the great cone of Vesuvius rising silently against the crimson sky. But that night, something had changed. A thin ribbon of smoke curled from the summit. Callianera's heart tightened. "The Titan is restless again," she whispered. Words spread quietly through the temples. But the leaders of the city refused to alarm the population. Pompeii was prosperous, and Rome depended on its trade and fertile lands. "Mountain smoke," said Governor Varro dismissively. "It is nothing." But the priests remembered the first awakening, and then the tremors began. At first they were gentle. Cups rattled on tables, statues trembled slightly. Citizens laughed and called them the playful steps of the gods. Weeks passed. The tremors grew stronger. Walls cracked, columns groaned. Water from fountains suddenly turned warm. Still, life continued. Gladiators fought beneath the roaring crowds in the amphitheater of Pompeii. Merchants sold olives, bread, and wine imported from distant provinces of the Roman Empire. Roman soldiers marched proudly through the gates, banners snapping in the wind. But the mountain was watching. Deep within the earth, molten rivers churned like angry seas. Pressure built slowly in chambers of fire older than human civilization. And somewhere, inside the burning depths, the Titan stirred once more. Callianera gathered the priests in the temple of Apollo. "The balance is breaking," she warned. "The empire believes it rules the world, but the earth obeys no emperor." The youngest priest looked frightened. "What must we do?" Callianera's voice was heavy with truth. "Warn the people. Prepare them. The gods may not grant us another miracle." But beyond the temple walls, music and laughter filled the streets. For the people of Pompeii believed their city was eternal. They trusted the strength of Rome. They trusted the silence of the mountain. They did not know that the greatest catastrophe in the history of the Roman world was already beginning. Far above the sleeping city, the peak of Mount Vesuvius rumbled softly. Ash drifted quietly into the night sky. The Titan had begun to wake, and soon, the glory of the Roman Empire would witness a disaster so powerful that the world would remember the name of Pompeii. For thousands of years, the fire had not yet come, but the mountain was breathing.